Hey, what's up? I'm making this video to show you that I don't just watch, monster movies and cartoons and stuff. Instead, let me show you one of my favorite documentaries, Idiocracy. Okay, I know I look stupid and I sound stupid a lot of times, but I'm not stupid enough to actually think this is a documentary. No, of course, Idiocracy was made in 2006 by Mike Judge, creator of King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead. What's that other one? Oh yeah, Office Space. That's him, right? Anyway, yeah, it's a comedy. It's a satire. It's kind of almost a dystopian sci-fi. Well, it is, but it's definitely a comedy. So Luke Wilson plays this frustratingly average guy that works, he's in the military, but he works in the library, and he basically sits on his ass on a chair all day and does nothing. But he doesn't care. He doesn't really want to rise up the ladder. He doesn't want to go out and do anything else. He just is hanging on for retirement and just there. So he's so average that they figure, well, instead of wasting him away here, let's put him in one of our experiments, and he'll be perfectly average subject for this experiment to cryogenically freeze him for a year. Just to test out the technology, of course. And so for whatever reason, he's like, yeah, okay, sure. But they also want to freeze a female specimen as well. Now, they had a lot of trouble getting any female volunteers for this, so they went out and they got a hooker, played by Maya Rudolph. And yeah, so there you go. You got your male subject, female subject. Just freeze them for a year, unthaw them, see the effects and all that stuff, and develop the technology going forward from there. Now, unfortunately, before that year is up, the department gets shut down because the scientist that came up with all this stuff and recruited these two, he gets all mixed up with prostitution rings and drugs and gang members and stuff, and he has himself a nice gold grill going on. And they shut it down, they throw him in jail, and they demolish the building. So the two time capsule pods get buried, and eventually 500 years later they get reactivated and they get freed from their pods in the great garbage avalanche of 2505, I guess. Yeah, so they wake up in the future, and it turns out that everybody in the future is just a fucking moron. Everybody's a slave to these corporations. Corporations run everything. People don't even want to take out their garbage and stuff. They just throw it out their windows. Infrastructure just crumbles. Everybody's just so dumb, and so kind of more base instincts, and the lower parts of our brain kind of take over in the future, and we just run the world right into the ground. So Luke Wilson shows up being totally average for the year 2005, turns out to be the smartest man on the planet. And so he gets all mixed up in this plot with the president to grow crops and stuff like that, because they're so dumb, they're putting energy drinks on crops, and the Department of the Interior or whatever is some dumb valley girl, and all the other guys are just dumbass rednecks or gang members or whatever. Terry Crews as the president is fucking hilarious. He shooting machine guns, and he's got this long ass hair, and he's draped in the American flag, and it's so funny. There's some silly kind of sci-fi scenes in there, but most of the humor comes from just how stupid that people have become, and it's kind of a commentary on look at how dumb we're all becoming, and we're just letting companies do everything for us, and all we care about is just entertaining ourselves. The most popular show in 2505 is called Ow My Balls. And I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably watch that, or at least the first couple seasons. I don't know. Yeah, and you get Dax Shepard, who that's actually what he's doing. He's watching Ow My Balls when Luke Wilson's stasis chamber crashes through his house and opens up, and He's like, shut up, I'm trying to watch Out My Balls. Yeah, I wouldn't call it drop dead funny, but there was a lot of jokes in here that landed for me. There's a lot of like homophobic humor and stuff in there, but it's put in there to show how stupid that actually is, and so I don't get offended by any of it. And like, you know, they use a lot of words in there that in 2005 you could get away with no problem. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. You know, it's one of the better Mike Judge things I've seen. I'm not a fan of King of the Hill, actually. I find it mildly amusing. Beavis and Butthead, still a little bit funnier to me because it's just a little bit more absurd and a little bit more rude and raunchy. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give Idiocracy a B- because I thought it was pretty good. And once again, I got this from my friend Steve. Thank you again, Steve. And, you know, I appreciate all these movies. I really do. This one was pretty good. And yeah, thank you again. Got a new microphone here, so I'm, you know, trying to make sure it's working for this video. So you might not even be seeing this take. Hey, what can I say? I'm an idiot, man. But from one idiot to another, have a good one out there, everybody.